If you have ginger in your kitchen, don't think of it as just a spice. With just one small step, steaming ginger, you can turn it into a health companion that helps your body feel lighter, warmer, and stronger every day. I learned this method from my grandmother. It's not a complicated recipe, and it doesn't require any advanced medical knowledge. It's simply small habits passed down through generations. My grandmother used to say that taking care of your health doesn't start in the hospital, it starts in the kitchen. Ginger is not only used to add fragrance to food. Since ancient times, it has been considered an ingredient that helps balance the body, warm it from within, support digestion, and strengthen immunity. There are old folk sayings that are still meaningful even today. When ginger is used the right way, you rarely have to worry about colds or everyday fatigue. There are many ways to use ginger, but on warm days or when the body feels easily sluggish, my grandmother always chose to steam ginger. This method makes ginger gentler, easier to eat, and most importantly, easier for the body to absorb. Before you begin, don't rush to steam the ginger right away. There is one small but very important step: cleaning the ginger thoroughly. Ginger grows underground and often has a lot of dirt trapped deep in its small crevices. First, separate the ginger into individual knobs. You don't need to break them forcefully, just loosen them enough so the gaps between the pieces are exposed. Next, place the ginger into a clean bowl. Add about 2 tablespoons of salt and a small amount of baking soda, then pour in enough water to completely cover the ginger. Gently stir so the salt and baking soda dissolve evenly in the water. I always use these 2 ingredients because each has its own role. Salt helps cleanse and lightly disinfect, while baking soda helps loosen dirt that has been stuck for a long time, especially in the uneven areas between the ginger knobs. After a short while, you'll notice the water starting to turn cloudy. That's a sign that dirt and residue are being released from the surface of the ginger. Let the ginger soak for about 10 minutes. Then use a clean brush to gently scrub each piece. You don't need to scrub hard, just be patient and make sure the small crevices are thoroughly cleaned. Many people have the habit of peeling ginger right away, but that isn't actually necessary. The ginger skin also contains beneficial nutrients and helps maintain ginger's natural balance. So cleaning it well is enough. After scrubbing, check each piece again. Cut away any soft, damaged, or rough parts. If there is dirt deep in a crevice, you can gently scrape it out with the tip of a small knife. Finally, rinse the ginger under running clean water to completely remove any remaining salt, baking soda, and residue. Once washed, let the ginger drain thoroughly and spread it out on a plate. This step helps dry the surface before steaming, prevents excess moisture, and keeps the ginger clean and fragrant during preparation. Once the ginger has drained well, you can begin preparing the steamer. Pour water into the pot, cover it, and bring it to a strong boil over high heat. When the water is boiling, place the steaming rack on top and arrange the ginger pieces inside. Make sure to lay them neatly without stacking them on top of one another so the steam can circulate evenly. Then lower the heat to medium and steam the ginger for about 10 to 15 minutes, depending on the size of the ginger pieces. While steaming, you'll notice a gentle ginger aroma spreading, not sharp, not overpowering, but warm and comforting. Many people wonder why we don't just use fresh ginger and instead take the extra step to steam it. The reason is very simple. Fresh ginger has a strong, sharp spiciness that can be difficult for some people to eat and may cause stomach discomfort. When ginger is steamed, part of that harsh spiciness escapes with the steam, making the ginger milder and much easier to consume. More importantly, steaming does not destroy the nutrients. On the contrary, the heat helps release beneficial compounds in ginger, allowing the body to absorb them more easily during daily use. When the steaming time is up, open the lid carefully and use tongs to remove the ginger. At this point, the ginger skin will look slightly glossy and feel softer. Let the ginger cool slightly, then place it on a cutting board and slice it into thin, bite-sized pieces. If you've ever felt that ginger was too spicy or difficult to eat, try this method and let me know how you feel afterward. After slicing, arrange the ginger pieces on a tray or a large plate, making sure they do not overlap. Have you subscribed to my channel yet? Please support me by clicking the subscribe button so I can stay motivated to make even better videos for you. Place the tray in a spot with gentle sunlight and good airflow so the ginger can dry naturally. During the drying process, you don't need to leave the ginger out for too long. When the surface feels dry to the touch, no longer sticky, but the slices are still slightly flexible, that is the ideal stage. At this point, the ginger is easy to store while still retaining its aroma and nutrients inside. If the ginger dries too much, it will become hard and less pleasant to use. If there is no sunlight, you can use a food dehydrator and select a low temperature to avoid drying the ginger too quickly. Once the ginger has dried to the right level, prepare a clean glass jar that is completely dry, with absolutely no water or oil inside. This step is very important, because even a small amount of moisture can cause the ginger to spoil quickly during storage. Place the ginger slices into the jar and press them down gently so they sit neatly. Next, add rock sugar. Rock sugar not only adds a gentle sweetness, but also softens the ginger, making it much easier to eat compared to fresh ginger. Then pour vinegar into the jar until the ginger is fully submerged. If you prefer a rich, rounded, and deeper flavor, balsamic vinegar is a very suitable choice. If you prefer a lighter, cleaner, and more refreshing taste, rice vinegar will give a fresher feeling. Each type of vinegar creates a different flavor profile, so you can choose according to your preference. As the rock sugar gradually dissolves, the sourness of the vinegar and the gentle sweetness blend with the ginger to create a very pleasant mixture. It is not harsh or overpowering, and even people who normally dislike ginger can enjoy it. Seal the jar tightly and store it at room temperature. After about 10 days, the ginger will be fully infused and ready to use. Each day, you only need to eat 1 to 2 slices of the pickled ginger, preferably in the morning or before a meal. At this time, ginger helps stimulate the appetite and gently wake up the stomach, making it easier to enjoy your food. If you often feel a cold sensation in your stomach, have difficulty with digestion, or feel tired in the morning, a few slices of pickled ginger can help warm your body from the inside and make you feel noticeably more comfortable. On days when the weather changes, or when you feel slightly chilled or mildly fatigued, pickled ginger is also a very helpful support, helping the body regain balance and recover more quickly. The ginger soaking liquid is also very valuable, so don't throw it away. Each time, you can take about 1 to 2 tablespoons of the ginger liquid, mix it with warm water, and drink it. The lightly sweet and sour taste is very easy to drink, and many people even say it feels refreshing, like a natural beverage. You can try this method and observe how your body feels after a few days of regular use. A small note is that you don't need to use too much. Ginger works best when used consistently in moderate amounts. Simply maintaining it as a small daily habit is enough. From just a familiar piece of ginger in your kitchen, you now have a simple way to care for your health every day. Steaming ginger helps soften its flavor, and soaking it the right way allows it to be used longer and much more conveniently. If you have ginger at home, try following these steps and feel the difference after some time. When do you usually use ginger during the day? Please leave a comment and let me know. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Mary Home, so we can continue learning more simple and practical healthcare tips from the kitchen every day.